There's no fear in this dojo. You already know. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss out.
Yeah. U3, live from the underground.
It should go U. It is not your go U3. It's been a long day. It should go DJ Baby Blue Diamond, and you tune into U3 Underground, Unsigned, and Unknown. And we have a special guest in the building from the dojo DJs, Mr. Hypnotik the DJ.
Hey, what up, world?
Now he is a barber as well, so we're gonna get into that later on. But we're gonna start off with the DJ part. We gotta start off with the music. Let people know where you started at, your roots.
Hey man, either ways, they trying to get chopped up music, chopped up hair. I'm doing anything.
Not chopped up music, chopped up hair, chopped up, not slopped up.
You hear me?
Do you ever get offended when some people say you can't say chopped in school because of DJ school, like kind of coin that term?
Nah, I don't even worry about it.
I never understood why people used to say that.
As long as they don't think it's no slowed and reverb.
Oh,
in that category.
Man, I get so disappointed when I'm looking for a song on YouTube and all they got is slow and reverb. It is not the same.
So when I was chopping up music at the very beginning in the city, there weren't too many people at the time that was doing it.
Yeah.
We had it was me, of course, my homeboy DJ Tone, and like 2 or 3 other DJs that were making mixtapes. And for me, I used to always say, like, when I would hear OG Ron C make his tapes, he would be like, oh, well, if it ain't by us, it's slopped up. And I'd be like, whatever he talking about, he ain't talking about me. Because I already, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to show out every time. But
people like to claim, state their claim.
Their claims ain't getting nobody paid. So.
I see, man.
I like the fans to talk, though.
You feel like that's solely a lost art here in San Antonio, not Texas, but San Antonio? Because I know a lot of people used to say, oh, man, I listen to Chapter School all the time. And then when I had the station, people really didn't tune in. I'm like...
Yeah. I think it is. I started... At first, I didn't want to think it was, but I started hearing, like, how the kids love the slow and reverb. And you ask them, like, man, you don't know about such and such. And I'd be like, what?
Yeah.
Hurts my heart. But we at that stage now, like...
We got to cheat you.
We're the old ones now, so.
Oh, don't say that.
Yeah, unfortunately.
We're the old ones.
We got to be the ones that educate them about, the DJ Screw, Fat Pat, those type of artists. Because nowadays, they think of Houston, they're thinking of like Travis Scott, Sauce Walker. No disrespect to them.
But they're not
just different, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're not the founders. How'd you get into DJing in the underground scene here in San Antonio?
Man, the scene? As far as with like me really getting DJing, it was just something to do just to help my anger. I had anger management growing up. And the teacher at the time, her name is Miss Martinez, shout out to her.
Okay.
But she just helped me like figure out my lane. It was always music, one of those good conversations. So one year I got to go out to visit some family, and I got to see Jazzy Jeff do his thing.
Yeah.
And like I went back home. I was like, man, I'm going to look this up. I kept watching the old school YouTube videos. I say old school because this is when YouTube was wide open. All they really had at the time is DJ videos and probably like those bum fights and stuff like that. So I would watch those videos all summer, and it just became something I loved to do. I didn't think about like DJing or making money off of it until I met my homie, J Money. He would come over to the crib, and I would be making like mixtapes.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for him taking those mixtapes and like selling them and
to the
passing
streets,
them out, nobody really would have known. I would have just been doing it just out of pure love for music.
In your house. I'm the same way. I would have been at home loving it. In my PJs, chopping music, just ain't nobody got to know who I am. If I mess up, they don't know it's me. If I do good, they don't know it's me.
Yeah, so folks started liking it. So at the time in high school, my uncle was calling me DJ Busy Bee. I ain't know my Hypnotik at the time.
Okay. So you're still trying to find your name.
Yeah. So I started doing like the high school parties. I DJed for one of the upperclassmen. And at the time, I didn't really know like what the charge, you know what I mean? When they would ask me.
I don't think no one does when they first start off.
Hypnotik was out at that time. It was still going.
Is that still your drink of choice?
At the time, yeah, just because it was a cool thing. All the rappers were talking about it. So I was like, well, just give me a bottle of Hypnotik. And one of the guys was like, that's what we gonna call you. we call you Hypnotic. And I'm like, okay.
Between you and Patron, because that's what happened to him. He said he was getting discounts on Patron. That's how he got his name.
Yeah, man. So my boy DJ Magic, him and another homeboy of mine, they were just like trying to help me come up with names, and Hypnotic is what stuck, and just we ran with it. Now you got like my billion different Hypnotics in the city.
And that's why you changed it to Hypnotic
so
the
you got
DJ.
Hypnotic the DJ. When you talking about Hypnotic, it's the DJ. But I made it that way just because, like, even if I wasn't the DJ at this point in time, like, you just know me as Hypnotic. When people see me, it's always, hey, what up, Hip?
Yeah.
No matter what new people come in or youngins, at the end of the day, it's always Hypnotic. So it's Hypnotic the DJ, the Barber, whatever you need, I got you.
You never thought about using the outline of the bottle as your logo? Always wanted that.
I've done it before back in the. This is back in MySpace days.
Not the MySpace days.
A
So
silver
bad.
bottle with it. Yeah, man. Man, MySpace was lit.
It was.
I was thinking back.
Can they bring that back?
With the whole, like, people out here doing the coding and stuff. I remember having
That's what
Black
we
Planet,
did.
and man, I used to have the stuff coming down, like all kind of little borders.
Not the Black Planet.
Look, and you asked me to do it now, I couldn't even remember. It's people going to school for what we was just doing.
And people used to fight over the top 5, top 10.
Yep. Go back to school and be in trouble.
Exactly. You took me up. You moved me down. I used to have the changing ones. Every time you clicked on the page to change.
Yeah, that didn't get me too far. I know you did it on purpose.
Did I?
Petty,
Did I? Let's talk about this. Now, how'd you get into the actual underground scene? I know you talked about how you got into the DJing part. When was your first show? Was it Epic Bar? Everybody starts at Epic.
No, it was way before Epic Bar.
Oh, okay.
Like, a friend of mine, his name's DJ Dice. I would go and like help him. This is back when people still had crates and stuff, like records. Before Serato, because we didn't get there yet. If you had something like Serato, you were working in the radio or you had some money. We still was pushing records and CDs, so I would help him do different things at the show. And I was just there one time at Club Rain. That was my first show with him. It's an old club. Club ain't even around, but he snuck me in and went from there. Pretty dope. But other than that, it was just me meeting other folks. I came across a DJ Boo. After you meet DJ Boo, he gonna put you everywhere.
Exactly,
so
yeah.
I started meeting all the different artists, and it just, I don't know, it just came quick, I guess. It didn't even seem like it was real how fast things came.
From when you first started DJing the underground or the local scene up to now, what growth have you seen? Because I know you met, like you say, you met a lot of artists from like when they first started up to now. What growth have you?
The best growth that I've seen out of any artist, and I know a lot of artists, but my favorite one is Lil Yoda.
Yes.
Like, I remember seeing him at like the Old Soldiers or just being at the Epic Bar, just being at the small spots. And this time he had his own vice and his other ghosts that he was fighting at the time. You know what I mean? And me and him had a conversation, and I was like, hey, man, we got to get you right. You got to get focused. And then years go by of him working on his own. We saw each other again at another show that I DJ'd, and he came and talked to me. It was at Fitzgerald's. Came and talked to me, and he was like, hey, man, that meant a lot, us talking.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And he just seeing that growth of where he was, because if you know Yoda like I know Yoda, he was going to have a 40 with him every time.
Every time, man.
Yeah. And just seeing where he's at now.
Clear-headed.
The crowd
business.
loves him.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's lit, man. Shout out to Lil Yoda, man.
Okay. I see that you linked up with Spy MC with the Loudmouth League, and they mainly known for battles, but they do shows as well. How'd you get linked up with that? And is there a favorite battle that you've seen and a favorite line from a battle that you heard that you just like, dang? Because I know you done a couple.
Met up with Spy through, what was that? Street Dreams Radio.
Yes.
When we did that whole thing. But yeah, after I linked up with him, man, that's like my brother from another, god dog. Like, we just linked up real cool. Outside of the whole music scene, like, he got me into maintenance, helped me put money in my pocket, helped me, man, like, that's my real brother. But yeah, with him and the whole battle league, it's just been dope. It's always something that's like outside of the normal rap scene that we normally would see. I try to invite other artists out, but you know, most of them, they don't want to go until they finally see it for themselves. But by that time, it's too late.
I think I've been to one that he had at Limelight.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only one I've been to. I'm trying to make it out. I just happen to be booked, but I'm gonna make it out.
Some dope shows. Like this last one was at 502 Bar. I know you was asking what's my favorite. It's this one rapper. He's a blind rapper. I just can't remember his
Not
name.
Lil Vision? No, Lil Vision's not a...
He's
never mind.
tall. He's
okay, yeah, no. Lil Vision, I don't think he...
But he's a
battle
dope rapper. My homie Shaggy Montoya. That's another one. Now, when you see him, you think he's like a little goofy comedian. When that boy get to spitting and standing, what he got to say, it cracks me up every time.
I remember I was showing Travis, T1 and D, some of the battles, because, you know, he posted on TikTok, and someone had made some Selena line, and they went crazy. They're like, we got to come see this one day. So they do have some... They be spinning some stuff. I think Spike was the one who set the line, too.
This last one, like I said, it was pretty dope. I wish I could. I got some of the stuff recorded, but I can't remember that now.
We don't have too many battlers here. That's kind of known, like besides Spike.
But with this crowd, they be like real underground. Like you got the underground scene and you got the gutter.
Yeah.
I like to play around with the gutter just to figure out what the new sound is in the city. I know the folks up here are upper echelon folks like the King Kylie's, Live Ola, all those, but I like to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mix and mingle. I'm never too big, you know?
Where do you feel like the San Antonio scene is headed right now? You feel anyone is standing out besides Yoda? Cause I know you say you saw Yoda's growth, but anyone else standing out?
It's looking good out here, man. If you in the TikTok world, like if it wasn't for like TikTok, I wouldn't really know what's going on in the city as far as music-wise with the new crowd, because that's where the younger generation is.
Yeah.
Like I was telling you, the R&B, faux mob.
Yeah.
The boy Cole, man. I've been at the crib chopping his music up. At a few shows that I've been at, I've played his music, and folks be just jamming and shit. So, yeah, man, you got to get on the TikTok, get you going.
And you said that, you know, like the younger kids is what's going to let us know what's out, but some of the music they suggest, I'm like, this ain't it.
Yeah, some of it is a little questionable.
This is what I got to look forward to.
You gotta look through, you got to look through certain ones.
And I tell myself every year, I'm like, I'm going to branch out and find some new music. But every year, my Spotify come out and it still be 90s R&B. And I'm like, I told myself I was going to branch. But the branch was like, not come back. This ain't it. Yeah. I tried some of this new stuff. Even recently, Spotify been suggesting some new stuff, and I'm like, why? Why'd you have me press play?
Yeah, when they do that end of the year, I look back and I'm always listening to the same.
Me too.
But mine's always a bunch of old school like Texas mixtapes, chopped and screw. I listen to that daily. I remember growing up, being younger, with my pops and growing up, and he would be like listening to his Motown and like his old school on Friday nights. Those were his off nights. So he would always listen to it, and I'd come downstairs like, man, I don't want to hear this again. You playing this again? And he'd be like, that's all right. When you get older, you're going to be listening to your chopped and screwed music, and your kids going to be like, why are you listening to that old school music?
And your son is doing the same thing.
Yeah, that's my son now. Yeah. He going to remind me every time. Shut up.
I'm slowly want to put my kids at school onto some old music, but not yet. Not yet.
But he loves the chop and screw once I introduced him, because he was one of those ones that was like listening to the slow and reverb. I get it, but I don't get it. I don't like it. Because I'm like, you got to know who DJ Screw is to really enjoy the slow.
My brother got me onto Chopped and Screwed. The first song I ever heard was Nelly, Ever Loving Me, Chopped and Screwed. And that's when I was like, yeah.
My very first song I listened to, it was and it was one of my homies. It was his alarm clock for the day hell broke loose. When it was time for him to wake up, they started playing on his little boom box.
Yeah.
He had one of them dope boom boxes, you know. So I was over there with, we were getting ready for AAU game, and it came on, and this fool didn't wake up, but I wasn't about to wake him up, because I was like, what is this I'm listening to? And if you've heard that mixtape, the intro is just crazy.
Yeah.
You're like, what the hell? But yeah, that was my first one.
Man, I see that you have a series that reminds me of F Action. We can curse, but you know, it's called the
Yeah, Do Not Disturb.
Do Not Disturb. How'd you come up with that title, and when's the next one dropping?
I come up with it, man.
Don't you on number
I've had
5,
all kind of
4,
different,
3,
different names
4?
of it. I lost count. I tried to restart the count. It just don't even get nowhere.
I think you're on 4.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the cover.
Truthfully, I was way ahead of that because I've been doing this hypnotic scene since graduated in 06. I did my first mixtape back in 05.
But I'm talking about the series. You didn't make.
Yeah, so with that series, I started back then. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I've had way more, but
You didn't call it
the
that
whole
until.
transition from that piff and all that, I missed them. I lost count messing with them. But it was called Do Not Disturb then. I was with Throw Mind Entertainment. So yeah, but just coming up with the name, I couldn't find nothing that was cool as Fuck Action. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
I could not think of no other name. Like, damn.
I'm at all his tapes are not available on Spotify. Only some.
Oh, well, look at that. Won't he do it? I got them bad boys. I got the whole discography. When I talk about an OG Ron C fan, that was me.
Man.
That's all
That's one I'm gonna need from you.
Yeah, I got all that.
The one with Splash Waterfalls on it.
So, like,
I think that's like number 34 or something like that.
so speaking of OG Ron C, you being a DJ, you may understand what I'm saying. When I do mixtapes, I was telling a homie, no matter what the music is, sometimes it'd be like some boom bap.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'd be like some random stuff somebody will hit you up and want you to put your flavor on there. No matter what it is, I just want somebody to listen to it and be like, okay, Hypnotik did that. They're a fan of Hypnotik. They already know it's going to be jamming. No matter what the sound is on this album, they just know I chopped it up. Because when I would hear or see OG Ron C in front of any cover,
You knew.
I was already buying it. It didn't matter what it was. Now, it was some mixtape.
But you can listen to him and you can tell, like, this is an OG Ron C. Just like you knew when DJ Screw did it.
Yeah.
There's a couple other DJs I listen to, and I'm like, yep, I can tell this is a so-and-so mix. So I get where you're coming from.
I put them on game. I use that same work hustle, though, in the barbering game now.
How did Dojo DJs come apart? And what is Dojo DJs for people who do not know?
Dojo DJs, it was a group of the homies at the time. It was like a college little party scene, a crew. I wasn't the head person at the time. It was like 2 other guys, and they started doing clothing line and whatnot.
Yeah.
But we would always go over to a homegirl's house. Her name was E. We would go to her house, and like all the DJs would just do different mixes.
Yeah.
That was the dojo after a while. So we just called ourselves Dojo DJs just to keep it going. And from there, I would see a lot of DJ crews coming up in the city. Some of them, I always thought they were just intimidated by me or something, but they wouldn't just let me in their crew. So I figured, fuck that.
There's some other DJ crews?
Man, it was all kind of crews in the city.
Do we still have them?
Yeah, they had a bunch of them. They still got a bunch, but just anything that was with the DJs.
I've
squad,
never heard any other DJ
A lot of
crews.
folks wouldn't just let me come in. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have my own crew. So I started recruiting all the people that just act like they didn't see us. So it was you, Dojo Dev. We had DJ B-Rob, my boy Escalade out of Dallas. Like anybody that wanted to learn something, my door is always open.
Yeah.
I was always gonna be the type to show them and teach. So it just blossomed from there. You know what I mean?
Working with Street Dreams, what did you learn, the good and the bad, with Street Dreams? Because y'all should do online radio, once a week or like a couple times a week.
Award here in the city off of the radio, but I don't think it really was much bad off of it.
Yeah.
It wasn't gonna be like our end all be all type of deal. What I've learned from it is just business aspect of always showing my face and speaking up. Because it was times like a lot of positions I was getting in, I didn't speak up for myself.
Yeah.
Somebody else was running, and then later on I find out, oh, such and such was getting this money off of you, and you didn't. So yeah, but through all of that though, just like I said, meeting people, making sure you build relationships is what I learned from Street Dreams, and just that hustle.
What did it take to have something like that again in San Antonio? Because like next to 90.5, 90.5 wasn't playing us, but Street Dreams was playing us. Playing the local scene.
The smartest thing I would say, a lot of people will come in and they'll be like, oh, I'm gonna get my own online radio or underground radio, and I'm kind of try to bash the radio station we have now. That is never the right thing to do, because I've seen it. I've been a part of certain crews where they went and bashed the radio, and then when I got into position to DJ certain events, those people wouldn't mess with me because my name was associated.
Yeah.
So the best thing I would say is coming in, you need to find a way to work with them.
Do people even listen to radio anymore? I feel like that's my problem.
They do, man. I know I listen to the old school one. What's the...
See,
it's 107
that's
something.
the thing. That's what I meant. Like, people don't really listen to...
And then, you know, on 98.5, though, we got on Sundays the Down South. I think that comes on at 8, and that's with Ham and DJ AK.
Yeah.
Man, if you know DJ AK, he can give you one, man. We be jamming the whole time, but there's stuff that goes on.
But I always wonder, because now we have the, like you said, we have the YouTubes, the Spotifys, all the Apple Music.
But yeah, they still need the radio, because...
I'm not saying they don't, but I'm just saying that people tune in, because I personally haven't listened to the radio in a long time.
But yeah, you got so much going on yourself.
I'm quick to go to my Spotify. I'm quick to go to my YouTube playlist that I have with my chopped and screw music.
Are you driving a lot?
I am.
And what you listen to when you're driving?
Either Spotify or my YouTube playlist.
Okay,
that's what I said. I'm. That's why I'm wondering. Other people get in their car, they quick to turn on the radio.
Well, here and there, you got to make sure or try to make yourself listen to the radio just at least once a week.
Just to see
so you can feel in, just to see what's going on out
Yeah.
there. But what I was saying though, instead of trying to like bash the radio, people need to learn to work with that radio. There's a lot of ways you can get on a radio station. People don't want to take that effort because I've seen it. Shout out to Cheryl Metal.
Oh yeah.
If you do your stuff the correct way, you get all your stuff labeled the correct way. They can do the whole radio scan.
Yeah.
Then we could be talking about something, but
it's the clean music, because there's a lot of artists. I don't know who told them that being a street dude, you can't have clean music. I don't know who told them that, because I've heard a lot of, I'm from the streets, we don't do clean music. You ain't getting your song played on the radio, man. Like, that's like the stupidest thing I've heard. You can still be street with clean music.
True. Yeah.
Lil Wayne Street, Cash Money Street, and they had clean music. Back That Ass Up was turned into a clean joint. Come on, you can't tell me Back That Thing Up was clean. You can't tell me your song can't be cleaned up. Yeah. Now, if you don't know no one to do it, just say that.
All right, so I'll just say that's the laziness that we
It is. Just say that.
Well, we got some folks that's on, man. Shout out to Sway Jack.
Yep.
Black Mexico.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
High Strung, couple of them.
Oh, High Strung just had a wild show. You know, I guess I ain't Hollywood like I thought I was, man. I ain't get a invite or nothing. You know, did you get an invite?
I did, but man, something came up that day where I couldn't make it, but I was gonna make it. Well, I used to DJ for him for a little bit too, so I've done like I DJed 2 of his Fly Zone shows.
Man, I remember seeing my boy over back in the days. Like,
yeah.
Broadway bar and shit. He been rapping for a minute, and folks tried to overlook my mans, and he was one of those ones that's like, fuck y'all, I'm gonna come back and do my own shit.
Yeah.
So I've seen it, but damn, nigga, let me get, you know what I'm saying? Let me get in. Let me get an invite, goddamn. Don't forget about your boy, man. If you ain't following me, make sure you follow me. Hypnotik the DJ everywhere. Goddamn.
I can't think of his name. My mind went blank. But you'll know who I'm talking about when I talk about it. So there's this one artist who, whenever he used to send us music, especially his whole mixtapes and albums, he would send us the instrumentals, the intros, the clean, unclean. You know what I'm talking about? He's locked up right now. I can't think of his name. I used to get him confused with Dev all the time. Boots.
Kid Boots.
Shout out to Kid Boots. Artists, let artists know how important it is to send a couple different versions of your song, and what do you do as a DJ with some of those versions of those songs?
It's important, like if you have like your songs set up for like the mix shows, and that's when you got like 4 to 8 bars in the beginning, just the instrumental that helps them blend, and
you can talk about the drink specials,
talk about what you like about the song, shout somebody out if you got a mix show. Like, it's super important. On top of that, having like your own clean version, the dirty version.
The instrumentals, you can always play that when people want to freestyle, or like you said, good for blending.
Some folks can't put out them instrumentals though because they ain't paid for it, you know.
Oh, I used to get that a lot when I first started U3. People used to call in and say, "Hey, they didn't pay for that song. That's on you."
So when
I
we
just
were
played
doing
the beat.
Street Dreams Radio, it was times where like people would call in and be like, "Hey, such and such ain't paying me for that. How'd y'all get That ain't on us.
That's not on
I'd
us.
be like, well, all right, let me go and switch this song.
Next,
Keep it moving,
that is not a us problem. That's a you problem. Should have got your business kit together, man. And then also for some people who do not know, there's a website where you can sell your acapellas.
Well,
And some DJs will download acapellas and use that in mix. So artists, you can sell your acapellas. They sell that kind of like singles on iTunes. How you can sell your singles like $1.99. Yeah, it's kind of like that. You can sell your acapellas and put your own price on it.
So much stuff I be hearing about the rappers, what they can do. I be like, damn, I wish I could rap. Boy, somebody write a line for me, something. I make so much.
You can get a remix of my song I released 2 years ago. I'm still trying to do a remix of that one. You can get on that one.
Did you ever do a video for that?
I did.
I wasn't in the video. See,
I invited you. I don't know. Something happened.
That's back in how long ago was it?
2 years ago.
I couldn't even tell you what I was doing.
I'm still trying to do a remix. Is it too late after 2 years? Shall I let it go?
Hell no.
Let's
keep it going, man. We got.
No, I mean, like, is it too late to do a remix to a song?
Keep remixing that bad boy. We had what's that one chick, Rashida? She was singing that bubblegum song for a long time. It never got over.
Stop it.
You keep it going. Yeah, damn.
That song was so annoying.
No bullshit though. For artists, there's nothing wrong for them pushing that same single. They feel it. They really rocking with it. There's people I've seen that it don't just happen in San Antonio. You be like in Killeen. My boy Spark Dog had this same little song he was pushing all the time. You look at him now, this fool and just took off. He's a drummer boy in Atlanta, but folks don't remember that Spark Dog. But it all started from him having that one hustle, that one believer, that one song. So yeah, fuck it. Keep pushing it, man. I don't care.
Now, besides DJing, you transition into cutting hair.
Chopping these heads
So besides chopping music, you're chopping heads. What made you want to go into barber school, get into cutting hair?
I got tired of people fucking up my hair.
Okay.
That's really what it was. I went to some people that gave me, man, look, my face all jacked up. But for me, getting into the barber world and how I am with even just DJing, I'm like, I got OCD. Everything got to be perfect. Everything has to line up. So, like, this the best thing with me. People come in and they have these whole scary stories like, oh, I went to such and such and he messed my hair up or he pushed my hair back, and I'll be listening to him, but in my head, I'm already like calculating and putting stuff together. Like, I'm gonna fix this. Don't even worry about it. All I need you to do is sit your ass back. You know what I mean?
Do you ever get nervous cutting your friend's hair?
Starting off? When I first got into it, because, boy, you can tell any barber when they nervous. They start sweating. Boy, be sweating their ass off. I used to carry my fan around because I'd be up there nervous. But now I already know what they're going to get. They're going to get this sauce every time, so I ain't even tripping.
Do you feel like you have a signature style yet, or you haven't, like?
Yeah. So the homie Sterling Draco.
Yeah.
People love bringing in pictures of his haircut, and they'll be like, "Hey, can I get this?
Can I get the Sterling?
And
Can I get the Drake? Can I get the big Drake?"
It's a high taper on the sides and the back.
Mm-hmm.
He normally keeps a small fro, but yeah, man.
How'd you feel when he cut his hair? As being his manager, I know you saw him with the dreads.
Dope, 'cause shoot, he was there with me, like probably one of the first people to let me cut their hair.
Yeah.
I went to a stage where I was begging people, like, "Hey man, let me cut your hair. Let me just." Folks wouldn't do it. So
But he had that
he's
fade.
been there from the beginning. So if you look back to like in my early stage of barbering on my Instagram, you'll see him on there, and the cuts just keep getting better and better. So shout out to him.
How'd you link up with Sterling Draco? How'd you find him? And when you know, he got something?
Yeah, low key, it feel like a stork dropped him off at our doorstep at this point in time. Man. Little young, and I always make fun. I'd be like, man, that's like my little son now, because the age difference and stuff, you know what I mean? But at the time, my girl, she was working at this one company. He was working there, and she was just introduced as, she's like the best promoter I got. She gonna tell you, hey, such and such, he DJing or he barbering. And one thing led to another. He came through one day. We chopped it up, and I'd say he got there probably around like 4 or 5, right? By the time it was about like almost 11 o'clock, just chilling, just talking. And the boy ain't never left since.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
You have a favorite song by him? I know there's a lot.
Thurgood Stubbs.
I was just about to say that.
And the reason being is
Well, I'd
like
say the
during
same
that
thing.
time, it was like the very beginning. He was just finding his name. He used to go by AMA Draco. So we talked him into switching his name up just to, you know, you're in a new city, new look. We went with Sterling Draco. That was one of our first little projects. And for me, as far as manager, I say I'm a manager, but I don't really want to take that role from him. All I was doing is making sure he's in the right playing field.
Yeah.
I introduced him to the right folks, put him in the right, you know, conversations, and shoot, it took off. But that was just talent, I feel like, you know?
Recently, they've been having some DJ battles, and I've been to a couple.
Yeah,
and I noticed this is the first time that a lot of DJs were all in the same place. And the one thing I kind of did not like is that the main DJ that was hosting it never once got up and introduced everybody. Because there's some DJs I've seen, like I know their face, but I couldn't tell you their name. I know their name, I couldn't tell you their face. And not once did he say, like, let's introduce everybody and say, this is DJ so-and-so. I kind of missed that. And then one of the battles, he was supposed to do a podcast to talk about, like, DJs in the city. How can we make ourselves better money-wise? That never happened either. And I was just so disappointed. And I think about how Hollygrove does Music Mondays. My homeboy, DJ Whip in Dallas, does, like, Music Wednesdays or something like that. Like, what can we do to get something like that started down here? Because I know I've been talking about it.
Well, we've had it, though. Like, it's just consistency, truthfully, staying on it. Like, we had the shows that we were doing on the Mondays. Folks is jamming it, surprisingly enough, but it's just staying out there, staying active with it. But life be happening, man. Crazy stuff be going on. I don't know what to get.
Do you think we have because I know with Music Mondays is more than, it's not just, the artists do the performances, they have DJs there, you know, critique their music. And then if that song is good, they send it to radio stations and other people. That's kind of like, do we have that power down here to send it to people?
Yeah, but how many artists do you know actually have all their stuff set up correctly?
You're right. Back
Those
to
bigger
business.
cities,
that goes back to business.
Those bigger cities, I don't know if it's just because they got more stuff there, it's more access.
Yeah.
But those artists do it. They're the ones that actually getting heard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's all they would really take. You can't just be that one rapper that's going to record something in your bedroom and then want them to just automatically play it. People are so used to it just because this young generation, as I was saying, we got
that
something
TikTok
you can get on
artist
TikTok or throw it on Instagram and just
taking over.
Know?
Yeah.
I think we can. It's just going to take some time and effort.
You think you got the social media finally unlocked?
Who, me?
With
Not
the
at all.
posting and all that? Because you do post a lot.
Yeah, man, we just trying to get them active, though. And I done found out about the whole chat GPT.
Oh,
I'm
man.
probably late to the show, but man.
Let me show you what I
put you
recently
on.
did. I saw a post where if you screenshot your Instagram page, like not the whole page, but just like your picture, your
Oh, yeah,
name,
so
your
that's what I've
profile, and
done.
sent that in there, and then let you know what's good. And
So if you,
Oh,
look, if you look at my
man.
profile now, you'll see how I didn't change
change
all kind
some
of
stuff.
that
Yeah,
stuff is
man. I
real.
did that. I was like,
So
I'm
I
happy I
asked
know
it,
I'm on the right track.
Just try to help build clientele, just small stuff like that.
Yeah.
It'll have different things that they want you to follow and for you to do. Most of the time, it's just staying active on there.
Oh, yeah.
I've learned, though, if you look on your Instagram, there's like a certain part on there where you look at your profile, you look at your followers and see what time that they're active. For me, they're normally active between like 11 and 4. Then it'll go down to about 8 till about 11. That's when they're doing a random, scrolling. So that's when I started doing those posts.
Okay.
And how many
okay.
other people you know in the city thinking about that, man?
Not
Not
too,
too
especially artists. Artists is not really about their business.
So that's what it comes to. When I'm talking to artists or I talk about any business in the city, they'll think, oh, well, I can go get such and such a DJ. You can get them, but I promise you that DJ is not thinking about the things I'm thinking about. The artist is not going to be thinking about the same things I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you just got to flex your muscle and I've started to realize I am that motherfucker. You know what I mean?
That's why when I did the relaunch of U3, I told myself I don't want it to be a typical people come out and perform. I wanted podcasts out there, let you know, hey, I'm not the only podcast out here. There's Loud City, there's, Cheryl Metal with the
If this
street,
mic can
Urban
talk,
Street and all
yeah.
that, let them know there's other people out here that do what I do. So, like you said, you just got to do things differently from...
So we need more of those for sure, though. Those mixers, those
yes.
are always good. If it could be like a quarterly mixer, that just introduced, because, you know, everything's going to be changing every day. Something's new coming out. But a quarterly mixer, or it could just turn into just the yearly thing. And from there, that's how you start getting like award shows in the city.
I'm down to set that up.
You know what I mean?
Speaking of award show, there's one coming up this weekend. Are you going? What your thoughts on it? Have you heard about it?
Oh, no, man. I ain't going. No. I didn't. I saw it, but, you know, I wasn't really active, I guess, for the new crowd. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. It's crazy for some of these things. Yeah. Because I'll go to certain events, and now I just go just to, show face or just to check out music. Mm-hmm. And you'll get some new young such and such artist that try to play Hollywood with me. And I'll be like, okay, you going to see me again. And bullshit you not. They'll see me DJing an event. Now they got to come speak to me. I'm like, oh, you remember, man, now, huh?
Not
Shout out
Hollywood.
to Rich Greedy. God damn it, that shit happen every time.
Stop it.
God damn. But yeah, man. When I saw him, I told him, I was like, hey, man, you going to see me again. And I had the DJ at the boy Vision's birthday party.
Oh, yeah.
And then, I was like, didn't I tell you I was going to see you? God damn.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some people just be acting, I don't know what it is. Just be wanting to tell folks, relax. Truthfully, we in San Antonio.
Yeah. Any collabs that you haven't seen that you would like to see from artists that you feel like would be a good fit, since you know a lot of artists in the city?
No, man.
You know that
I'm
sound.
still recovering from KG's jump. That had almost everybody on there.
Man.
Did you see that video?
SOANATNOE. That's me.
Dope.
Man.
Tiny Tunes on there, PC.
Man.
Now
he said your top 10 is probably a bunch of. Whoa.
It might not be a collab that I want to see. I want to see more music from PC. He got a bunch of music.
But he just don't release them.
Super talented.
Yeah.
When I talk about life happening to people, life be happening.
Yeah.
To but yeah, if he can ever just keep dropping.
He helped me write my hook for my song. Shout out to PC.
Oh, see? And that's the crazier thing. If you start talking to a lot of artists, PC's always been there helping people out. He didn't either sung on some hooks, because the boy be harmonizing, or he didn't wrote something for somebody. But
yeah,
just for himself, I just like for him to get that shine. We'll see.
Okay, I can see that. Let people know where they can check you out, your social media for your DJing and for your barber, so they can get a haircut.
Shoot, right now I'm at a Clipper Cuts. We're inside of Rolling Oaks Mall, second floor, man.
Second floor,
I'm
next to the Kids Journeys. You said, right?
Walk past Chick-fil-A, bam, you'll see us right there. But Clipper Cuts, man. If you're on Instagram, it's Hypnotik Fades with the Z. Hey, you gotta spell Hypnotik with the K. It's HYPNOTIK Fades, FADEZ, man. I'm on there, man.
You do female too, right?
Oh, for sure, man.
Just in case people don't know, you just got
undercuts, the whole
kids,
nine, all that. If your kid gonna sit still, I'm gonna chop him up. If you want to fight, Uncle B gonna get him right either way. But just know, I'm
not that the kid gonna fight.
Yeah, man. Because what I tell folks, when you go to other barbers, they gonna tell you what you want to hear, but I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear. Like if it's some products I believe you need or a routine you might want to switch up, I'm gonna let you know. When I call myself Uncle B for a reason for these kids, because y'all pretty much family when you sit in this chair, and I'm whatever 50 minutes or 45 minutes it takes to finish up your cut, we family, and I'm gonna put you on game the whole time.
As a barber now, is there a hairstyle that you just like? Let it go. Let it go.
Burst fades.
I'm not feeling it. What's that?
Exactly. Those burst fades are like, you may see them like faded on the side, looks like a mohawk almost.
Oh, okay.
I can't stand them. Let it go. Let it go. You don't really see them much with like younger crowds as much anymore.
What about the patch your hair in the back? I can't stand that.
With the midlife crisis, those type of men.
The
ones that be driving around those little, what they call them, T-Rex and all that stuff. With the lights and everything. Yeah, just those guys.
I can't stand that patch your hair in the back. I don't know what it's called. You know what I'm talking about.
With the rat tail?
Oh, not really the rat tail, because rat tail usually braided. It's just a patch your hair in the back and nothing else. I can't think of that rapper who had it.
Some Dallas, yeah.
Probably.
I mean, A&B Easy used to have some wild cuts.
He did. I can't stand that. That's not it. Man, nah.
So besides that, it used to be like the whole Edgar cuts, but man, I done linked up with some barbers that didn't put me on game to do those cuts. They don't even stress me out no more. if you, like I say, man, if you trying to get chopped up, holla at your boy, man, Hypnotik Phase. I'll tell y'all that.
Man. Hypnotik the DJ, not DJ Hypnotik, don't get it confused.
Yeah, man.
Hypnotik Fades with a Z. Make sure you spell Hypnotik with a K so you can get it right. It should go DJ Baby Blue Diamond with 2/2 of the dojo DJs. I don't know how many people in it now.
Tell it about it, man. It's just us four now. We holding it on strong.
Who's the fourth?
Escalade, man.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's right.
Me, you, Escalade.
Oh,
And
Escalade.
you can't forget about Lil Ethan, man. He out here. Lil E.
Lil E thing on the come up.
Yeah, he swear he's gonna be better than me DJing. I'm all for it though.
That's
But
a good
it's gonna
thing.
take some work, my boy. You gonna have to work a whole lot harder.
Wait
than
till he
that.
DJs his first party. He can be like DJ Axel.
Well, he didn't try to skip the whole DJ in his first party. He wanted to know about how much money you can make and all that. Like,
Sir.
my guy.
Sir. Sir.
I love it.
I've been watching this female teacher who does DJ, who teaches DJ, and I'm like, man, I want to do that in schools. But they don't really have that as a course.
After school program.
Well, yeah, after school program. But I just wish they had that as a course. Like you have music class, you can take band, you can take orchestra. DJing should be an option.
I wish we lived in a city where we could do that. Like I be watching the show The Shy, and you see how they got their community center.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really have that. Like I hear about certain things even on the east side where our people's is at, but I don't really hear nothing like I could just offer my time to teach something.
Yeah. I might do that at my school since I keep my turntables in the car all the time.
Shoot, I go out
Think
there
about
and teach something with this haircut. Like I'm not one of those ones that's gonna keep the game to itself. I'll teach and show everybody. It don't matter what it is. You might not do it like how I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
But shoot, I teach you. You figure it out, man. If y'all listening, you watching, you got a community center, get at me. Again, I'm on Instagram, Hypnotik Phase. Send me a message. Let's talk about it. I can come pull up. We can get these things in. I'm all here for the youth.
I'll be getting the podcast back up soon.
Hey, I've been trying to get Square Business Cliff to get back into it. His thing was everybody and their mama has a podcast in the city now.
That's true.
That's one reason why he stopped it. But
That's true.
we was on to
but
something.
it's not like, but y'all podcast wasn't like everybody and their mama.
Yeah, exactly. The food, look, hopefully when he watch this, we can.
Majority of the
figure it out.
podcasts that succeed have topics and structure, not just talk about anything and everything. And they don't just go Facebook Live and just, it's a lot. I get what he's saying. I kind of felt that way too when we was with the Well You Ask. I kind of felt that, but if you stand out, you stand out.
Exactly. Man, look, you can't stop either.
Can't stop. DJ Baby Blue Diamond, Hypnotik the DJ. You already know U3. We out.
Peace.
Peace.
Hey man, how it look? Was it dope?
So after this, we're gonna